Coming up on this edition of the Met Report, Mitt Romney visits campus to speak to the Colorado Republican caucuses.
And a new study says our dependency on technology could be leading us to social awkwardness.
And Metro State has a new name. Stay tuned to find out what this entails and hear reactions.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Met Report. I'm Erik Gallion.
And I'm Simone VonRivenburgh. The Colorado caucus was this week, and the Auraria campus hosted Mitt Romney's speech. Nina Databoy has more.
In the last 2 weeks, the race for the GOP candidacy has, well, actually turned into a race. Earlier this week, it looked like Mitt Romney would be the one wrapping up the nomination in Tampa, but Rick Santorum's recent performance may have changed everything. The glitter bomb incident that happened in the Tivoli Turn Hall on Tuesday seems to be the least of Romney's worries. Romney lost here in Colorado by 6 points and by 2-to-1 margins in Missouri and Minnesota. These stunning losses left Republicans wondering where the party is headed.
This was a good night for Rick Santorum. Want to congratulate Senator Santorum. Wish him the very best. We'll keep on campaigning down the road, but I expect to become our nominee with your help.
While he goes into the upcoming contests holding a big delegate lead over his rivals, he faces a resilient Rick Santorum, who is savoring his surprise sweep and focusing now on President Obama.
Folks, the President of the United States is selling the economic security of this country down the river right now.
Newt Gingrich continues his assault on Mitt Romney.
If you have Romneycare and Obamacare and they're about this far apart, how do you debate? I mean, what's the debate over? On the other hand, if you have a genuine conservative and you have Obamacare, now you have a debate.
Ron Paul continues to maintain positive despite his disappointing numbers.
Nobody else is, about to, at this moment, jump ahead of Romney, but I'll tell you what, we think we're going to keep doing this, and we have a very good chance on what's happening on up in Maine.
Now, Romney is in control of double the amount of delegates that Santorum is, but that could quickly change if Romney doesn't reverse this 3-state loss. He needs to win in Maine this week, in Arizona and Michigan on February 28th, and he needs to show up strong in at least some of the states on Super Tuesday on March 6th. Reporting from the newsroom, Nina Databoy.
Reporter Anthony Costura joins us in studio to bring us up to date on the results from Metro's name change initiative. Anthony, what's it look like?
Absolutely. It's been talked about a lot, 3 years to be in fact, and the Board of Trustees has come to a decision. It's the name change that everybody's been talking about. Metropolitan State College of Denver will now be the Metropolitan State University of Denver. Last spring, the Board of Trustees met and fought for the name Denver State University. University of Denver heavily opposed the name, saying it was too similar to their own. That forced the Colorado legislature to vote against it. This week, the Board of Trustees voted on the new name 6-3. Though it's just a one-word difference, there's high hopes that it will reach much higher expectations.
We hope that they feel that the board acted in their best interest, and we hope that they take as much pride in the new name as they do in the current name.
I think they'll be able to have a renewed sense of pride in the institution. I think they'll be excited about the notion that when they graduate, it'll say university on their degree, and that I think that'll assist them in terms of the value of the degree with an employer. So I'm pretty upbeat about it.
I think this helps convey the story that we are changing and growing, and this is something that people should look out for. I think, with anything, I think there'll be a difference of opinion with all sorts of names.
Senator Jeffrey Washington is one of those people who feel this new name change doesn't portray the school accurately.
When they started this initiative 3 years ago, they had 4 goals in mind. 1 was to make the name more concise. 2, to make sure that Denver was prominent in the name. 3, to eliminate the confusion of Metro being a community college, and 4, to add value to students' degrees. With this new name that they voted on today, doesn't meet any of the objectives that they originally set out.
Now, there's definitely some mixed feelings about the name change, as you just saw, but it's not quite a done deal. The legislature still has to vote on the name change, but if it passes, it will come into effect July 1st. The school has already spent $75,000, and if the name doesn't pass, it looks like Metro may be back to the drawing board. We'll definitely keep you updated on this long and tedious process.
Speaking of long, what about a long name? How many letters is that?
It's the words that count, I guess, not the letters, I suppose.
Absolutely, as long as everyone agrees on it in the end, right?
Absolutely, I think that's what everyone's looking for here.
Sure.
Awesome. And Metro celebrated their second homecoming this week. There were many student events that all the students could attend. Monday there was Battle of the Bands. Tuesday, though, the Office of Student Media went up against other offices of Metro in the Amazing Race. Student Media placed 4th out of 8 teams. Thursday was the highlight of the week, the bonfire and the car bash. Metro State athletes were out for the event along with many others. We talked to Student Body President Jesse Altum about why homecoming is so important for Metro.
It's the Metro spirit that's being celebrated this year. I mean, we're all excited about Metro State. We're excited about the name change. We're excited about what it means to be a Roadrunner. And homecoming is the time to just forget about classes for a couple of minutes, go to an event, and celebrate what it means to be Metro State and what it means to be a Roadrunner.
Homecoming is not over yet, though. There are men's and women's basketball games tonight and tomorrow, starting at 5.
Going on a desert safari or taking a trip to Sweden's Ice Hotel are just a few of the study abroad trips offered by the hospitality department. Students will have the opportunity to learn about various destinations by being fully immersed in its customs. The concept of learning by doing offers an intricate look into cultural adaptations and preserving the environment.
It is easier to learn about a destination's culture and environment by actively doing something as opposed to just reading all the facts out of a book.
Earlier this week, Local 9 News anchor Kyle Dyer was bitten by a dog in the news studio. The incident took place when an Argentine Mastiff was brought in after being rescued from drowning in a local reservoir. During the live interview, viewers witnessed the dog bite Dyer on her lip. Dyer was immediately hospitalized and underwent reconstructive surgery. She's expected to make a full recovery. Maximus, the dog, has been placed under quarantine and will be evaluated at the end of a specified period of time. His owner has been fined for various leash laws in addition to other citations. The Met Report wishes Kyle a speedy recovery. I mean, the whole situation is just so scary, especially since it was on live TV.
For sure, yeah. You know, when bad things happen to good people, it's always sad to see, but hopefully she'll get better soon.
Yeah, hopefully a good ending to this, right?
For sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. And after the break, Denver's getting bigger every day, and we'll tell you what you can expect soon in the Mile High City.
And the Met Report was in Aspen covering the X Games. We'll give you the full scoop, but before we go, here's a quick look at weather for the upcoming week.
Believe in yourself, realize that anything is possible, keep your eyes on the prize.
When you're at your weakest point, grace can rise up and pull you out.
So I felt like I was filling a void. Even when I'm faced with difficult situations, I can always find something to smile about.
Little simple ways. I mean, there's really lots of things you can plug into.
A South Florida judge ordered a man to take his wife to Red Lobster after Joseph Bray was charged with domestic violence. Get this, it started when he didn't wish his wife a happy birthday, and things escalated from there. But the judge considered the spat minor, so he ordered Bray to treat his wife to a night out, including flowers, dinner, and bowling.
And he's going to stop by somewhere and he's going to get some flowers. He's going to get, no, hold on. Hold on. He's going to get a card. He's going to get flowers. And then he's going to go home, pick up his wife, get dressed, take her to Red Lobster. And then after they have Red Lobster, they're going to go bowling.
Aw, well, I think that judge sounds like a romantic. And those ideas are good for any man trying to please his significant other. If flowers and bowling are out of the question, check out these great ideas to make this Valentine's Day one to remember. One cool thing to check out with your special someone is Valentine's Mystery Dinner Murder in Hollywood. It happens Tuesday, February 14th at 6:30 p.m. at the Adams Mystery Playhouse here in Denver. Or if you're single and looking for a good party, check out the second annual Singles Day Soiree on Tuesday, February 14th at 9 p.m. It's taking place at the Jet Hotel here in Denver.
PETA has filed a formal complaint with the U.S. Department of Agriculture against the University of Colorado Denver. In 2007, an employee at UC Denver went to PETA claiming charges related to the neglect and mistreatment of animals. We want to warn you that the following video may be disturbing to some individuals. This raw footage captured by the veterinary technician in the labs of the alleged animal cruelty. The complaint has already made headway as the USDA charged the university with multiple violations of the Animal Welfare Act and issued a warning. If the university continues to violate federal law, they may face substantial criminal or civil fines. Denver has often been seen as second tier to those unfamiliar with our city, but some ambitious expansion could rapidly change this misconceived view. With more, Met Report's Hassan Shah.
From IKEA to H&M and now In-N-Out Burger and Trader Joe's, Denver is stepping up an extra mile high. Reports started surfacing recently found state documents confirming the arrival of California's popular grocery store.
Well, I'm from California, so I'm really excited that In-N-Out Burger is going to be here.
First thing I hit up, In-N-Out Burger. Love In-N-Out Burger. I can't wait for it to come.
Coloradans finally got what they asked for. Popular surveys on social media sites such as Facebook, Twitter, and blogs asked what's on Denver's wish list.
There's only one thing better than cheap, and that's free. Trader Joe's.
Just over 4,000 people signed a petition to get Trader Joe's out to Colorado. The California-based grocery chain filed paperwork with the Colorado Secretary of State, saying that business will begin on April 1st, 2012. Its expected location is at 29th Street in Boulder. But one more grocery store isn't enough. Colorado fan and SoCal native Councilman Albus Brooks posted on his Facebook page that he's already talked to executives from In-N-Out Burger to bring the popular fast food restaurant to the 5280. With Denver rising, there's no denying they could rise even higher. There's much anticipation on what new businesses could be coming to Denver, and we'll keep you updated on all the latest news. For the Met Report, I'm Hassan Shah.
Not only is Colorado expanding, but Aspen is even in on the action, having hosted the annual Winter X Games for over a decade. Annalisa Blanco joins us on desk. Annalisa, how was it?
It was an amazing experience to get world athletes all together for extreme sports. I mean, it doesn't get better than that, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
And the Met Report was on location covering the athletes as they paid tribute and raised the bar for next year's competition. Let's take a look at all the exciting X Game action that took place.
Over her career, she won 4 Winter X gold medals, as well as all of her sport's biggest titles. She was the first woman to land a 720, a 900, and the 1080.
Before the competition began, a tribute to free skier Sarah Burke took place. The 16th Winter X Games were dedicated in honor of Sarah and everything she believed.
We do have this small benefit in being able to grieve together and really collectively celebrate the life of someone like Sarah Burke.
After an exhilarating 16-year run in Aspen, there's uncertainty surrounding the location of next year's event. Aspen resident Gretchen Bleiler opposes the X Games leaving Colorado by stating this.
Aspen needs X Games needs Aspen.
It would just be so awkward anywhere else.
The X Games ended with Heath Frisby landing the first ever front flip on a snowmobile. If that wasn't good enough, lightning struck twice, with Shaun White doing the unthinkable and scoring a perfect 100 at the Superpipe. With all the accomplishments from these athletes, it's no surprise that they are viewed as role models. What advice does two-time Superpipe gold medalist Kelly Clark have for our generation?
I'd say the best thing is to just really keep it fun. Remember why you started doing whatever career, whatever passion it is that you have.
Aspen really looked beautiful.
It was beautiful. The sun was shining, the powder was fresh, and the best part about the whole event was that they paid tribute to Sarah the whole time.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
That must have been nice to see.
Yeah, her spirit's still alive. I mean, she was a great athlete. They were all close-knit family and friends, and it was just great that her spirit was alive during the games.
Motivation.
Exactly.
Good. Glad you had fun.
Thanks.
The days of spending hundreds of dollars on textbooks may be coming to an end. Apple has recently announced plans to lead the way in the e-textbook revolution. iBooks 2 is the newest app to hit the market, with big-name book publishers already on board with some basic texts in both math and sciences. The ebooks are interactive, which combine video, study tools, and internet access into one small tablet. Texts are currently selling for about $15, but there remains some strong skepticism as to how college texts that are often around $100 could ever be available at such low prices. The Met Report will keep you informed as this story develops.
iPads and textbooks, cell phones and GPS. Is there anything today's technology can't do? While these devices are keeping us close with our family and friends, Josh Hicks tells us why we may not be as close as we may think.
Technology and social media has connected us to one another more than ever. But with all these devices grabbing our attention, are we falling away from face-to-face communication? We asked students the advantages and disadvantages to having technology at their disposal 24/7.
So I use the internet for music a lot, whether it's where I get my music or how I find out about concerts.
Technology is really cool because it makes everyday life easier, like communication stuff. Like I can call my mom when I don't have any money.
Most of the time I'm talking to people, it's through my phone, it's through Facebook on here, on my Kindle Fire, through the computers in the library and in the computer lab.
But with online bullying and lack of filtration, there are plenty of reasons to disconnect from time to time or even altogether.
I used to be a Facebook junkie, definitely. That's why I deleted it, because it was so distracting, and I don't need to be on Facebook all the time, like on my phone and on my laptop. It's everywhere, so it was a huge chunk of my time.
Communication professor Dr. Christy Cooper says that relying too much on social media could hinder our ability to socialize effectively.
I think that our constant connection with others through social media or communication gadgets really inhibits focus, so it makes it difficult to learn.
Here are a few quick ways you can use your favorite technologies and still remain socially active. Turn off your cell phone in class. Close your laptop if you're not taking notes. And instead of Facebooking or texting a friend, invite them to lunch. For the Met Report, I'm Josh Hicks.
Thanks for that report, Josh. I just can't stand it when I'm trying to talk to someone and have a conversation and they're texting.
I know, right? Isn't that so rude?
Oh,
I can't believe it.
so rude. Coming up after the break, Kelly Matzner has the latest gossip from Hollywood, and we caught up with some very famous Hollywood and Denver stars.
And later, we'll get lost with Laura as she explores Denver. We'll be right back.